Alright, so this video is going to be intense, and after this video, you may gonna have a feeling that your parents were right about it. In this video, I'm gonna talk about overhyping motivation. So hello, welcome to this video. My name is Yunus. I'm a geopolitical observer and a programmer, and I love productivity. So in our social media culture or internet culture, we often place a lot of emphasis on motivation as the key factor to success. We are often told to just do it, to hustle harder, to find your passion, to just do it. But is all this hype around motivation is actually helpful? In this video, we're gonna discuss how overhyping motivation can be counterproductive and what instead you can do to achieve your goals. Now, quick disclaimer, I'm not against motivation or motivational speakers. Motivation is an essential part of human emotions. Motivation is very essential to get anything started or to get anything running. But as we move forward in our life, we must change our dopamine source from motivation to something else, probably sense of achievement. And now we're going to discuss exactly the same. Alright, so let's understand this with a story. Let's assume that a 4-year-old boy, Yunus, watched some Power Rangers shows on the TV and now he's super motivated. He feels himself like a superhero and wants to create a team of superheroes. So he goes to his friends who are also 4-5 years old and motivates them all. They start a new organization, they start writing documents for the organization with wrong spellings and grammar. And they decided that whenever they see someone robbing someone or some theft, they must act with bravery and catch them and hand over to the police. Now let's go back to the first sentence, a 4-year-old boy. I mean, it's clear, right, that a 4-year-old boy will be not able to fight with robbers or thieves. Either they're gonna be killed or brutally beaten. Now, fun fact is, that was my childhood story. But I never encountered such incidents, probably because I lived in a nice place. So now the point is, when you overhype motivation, we create unrealistic expectations for ourselves. We believe that if we're constantly not motivated, then something is wrong with us. This can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and self-doubt when our motivation inevitably wins. Moreover, when we rely too heavily on motivation, we may not have the necessary skills to keep us moving forward. And this can lead to procrastination and self-sabotage. Instead of relying solely on motivation, we must build a discipline. Discipline is the ability to take consistent actions towards our goals, even when we don't feel like it. Discipline allows us to make habits that supports our goals and to stick with them even when the going gets tough. And when we have discipline, we do not need motivation to keep us going. Thomas Alva Edison was the inventor of the light bulb. He was not only motivated to make something crazy like that, but he was also very disciplined about the research and understanding the causes. And that led to his remarkable invention of the light bulb. Elon Musk was doing completely a new thing by forming a private space agency, SpaceX. In the early days of SpaceX, many rockets exploded. And when they tried to make reusable rockets, they exploded. But it is his and his team's discipline that let them keep going, and finally they made their desired technology. Great Indian rocket and nuclear scientist Sri Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was a failure in one of his first space projects. The SLV Mark III satellite launch was a failure. Dr. Kalam was the head of the SLV Mark III project, and due to some error, the SLV Mark III rocket went into the sea and destroyed the satellite. And this happened in a political situation where money mattered a lot. But this didn't stop him, and he kept going and made India stronger by a lot of missiles, a lot of space techs, and a lot of military equipments. That is a perfect example of discipline. Alright, so now we're coming to the part where we're going to talk about how we can form this discipline, how we can make this discipline. Now, of course, building discipline takes time and effort, and it's hard, but it's a skill that anyone can develop. This is something that anyone can achieve. So here are some strategies how you can build a discipline for yourself. Okay, so the number one point is start small. So instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, start by doing small. So this small thing can be committing to 5 minutes of yoga each morning, or 5 minutes of meditation, or 5 minutes of other exercises, or maybe 2 hours of study, anything like that. But start small. Now the second point is create a routine. So when you create a routine, when you have a schedule on hand, it becomes very easy to you to follow this schedule. When you do not have a schedule on your hand and you have only in your mind that this time to this time I'm gonna do this time to this time I'm gonna do this, you just break things. But when you have a schedule, physical copy, or devices, it just becomes easy to follow apart. And when you have a schedule, it's very easy to build up your habits. So schedule some time for your habits that you are forming and make it a non-negotiable part of your day. So the third point is, it's optional, but track your progress. Tracking your progress can be a powerful motivator on itself. So use a habit tracker, a journal, or just pull up your phone and just record a video that this is the day and I did this, and I'm feeling very good. So it's optional, but if you do it, it's very good. And if you do it, make sure that you celebrate your successes. Now the fourth point, this is important, by the way, it's very important. Focus on the process. So focus on the process instead of focusing on the outcome of that process. Don't focus on the result, focus on the process itself. So love the work. When you focus on the process, you love the work, but when you focus on the result, when you love the result, you don't necessarily love your work. And that can be very, very, very discouraging along the way. So you have to love your work, you have to focus on the process, you have to enjoy the process. So if you're doing something that you don't enjoy, just leave it, just try to do something else if you have options. If you don't, then you just try to hack yourself, try to make yourself into this thing, try to just love the thing that you're doing, try to just focus on the process. And this is, by the way, comes from the Bhagavad Gita. In conclusion, overhyping motivations can be counterproductive. When we rely too heavily on motivation, we can create unrealistic expectations for ourselves and may not have the necessary skills or habits in place to achieve that goal. Instead, we should try to build some discipline that makes us able to create consistent actions towards that goal and love the work and to focus on the process. By doing this, you both become happy and also with little steps you go towards your goals. And by starting small, creating a routine, tracking our progress, and focusing on the process, we can build a discipline. And that's the video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very, very much.